video, we will be discussing the topic which is infinitives. Now, infinitives is basically derived from non-finites. It is a type of non-finite, and non-finites are described as all those verbs which contain to along with them. Now, non-finites, I describe non-finite as those verbs which contain to along with them. And similarly, I say that non-finites are divided into three parts. Those three parts are gerunds, participles, and infinitives. And today we will be talking about infinitives, and we are going to discuss a type of infinitive which is referred to as continuous infinitive. So today we will be discussing about continuous infinitives. So continuous infinitive refers to the same time as that of the preceding verb, and also it expresses that an event or an action is in process or it is happening over a period of time. So the definition is it expresses the same time as that of preceding verb and indicates that an action, either an action or an event, is in progress or is occurring or is happening in that over a period of time. Okay, that event is occurring or it is happening over a period of time. So now let us understand the different applications of continuous infinitives. So now let us understand the applications. The first application is that continuous infinitives can be used after the auxiliary verbs such as can, could, may, might, shall, should, along with the infinitives like be plus the past participle. So the first application is that it can be used after the auxiliary verbs, and those auxiliary verbs include may, might, could, can, will, shall, should. So these are some of the auxiliary verbs, and along with that we will be using be plus present participle. Be plus present participle, this makes the continuous infinitive. So let us understand this application through example. So my first example can be she will be participating in the quiz. When I say she will be participating in the quiz, here will is my auxiliary verb, and along with the auxiliary verb I am using be plus this is my present participle. So my sentence follows the rule above, therefore it fixes in the rule, and this is my sentence which has the application of this format. Now the second example can be the children be having fun in the rain. When I say the children might be having, now might is again my auxiliary verb. Be plus having, this is be plus my present participle. So this again shows the example of continuous infinitive. Why? Because when I'm talking right now, at the same point of time the children are having fun, right? I will be saying that she will be participating in the quiz. When I'm talking, maybe she is participating in the quiz. So this is something which is continuous in motion. So that's why these two are the examples of continuous infinitive. Now another example can be the teacher should be teaching chemistry Again, the example of this application, that with auxiliary verb be plus the present participle. Here teach is my verb. When I'm using ing, it becomes my present participle. So should again over here is my auxiliary verb. So these three are the examples of my first application. Now let us understand the second application. So my second application is, first I told that we make use of continuous infinitives after auxiliary verbs, but there are certain verbs like appear, seems, happen, pretend. With these verbs we make use of continuous infinitive, that is again to be plus my present participle. So the second application says that we make use of continuous infinitives after verbs. Those verbs include pretend, happen, seem. So these are some of the verbs after which we make use of in continuous infinitive, and that is to be plus my present participle. To be plus present participle. So we make use of infinitives like this. So the example of such applications can be like, first I say, she happened to be crossing the road when I saw her. So I say she happened to be crossing, to be plus my present participle. So she happened to be crossing the road when I saw her. So this is my example of the continuous infinitives used after the verb like happened. So not with all verbs we make use of to be. There are certain verbs such as pretend, happen, seem, etc. Only with those we make use of such participle. Next example can be, my mother seems to be questioning Renu for coming late. So my mother seems to be questioning. Again, this is my present participle. So with my present participle, I have made of the special verb which is seems, along with which I make use of to be plus my present participle. So these two are the examples of my second application. My second application says that after certain verbs we make use of in continuous infinitives with the rule of to be plus present participle. The previous application said that we make use of be plus my present participle. Now there is another application of continuous infinitives which we are going to discuss now. Now the third application says that there are certain verbs after which we make use of in the continuous infinitives in a passive structure. Passive structure means that they are always used in passive voice. We do not make use of active voice with them if you want to make a sentence with continuous infinitives. So the third application says that after some verbs, not words, after some verbs, we make use of continuous infinitives in passive structure. Right? Passive structure means passive voice. So if you want to know more about passive voice, you can visit the content section of passive voice, and there you will be able to find the videos regarding active and passive voice. So you can study from there. Here we are talking about these verbs. So these verbs can be suppose, consider, believe, etc. So these are some of the examples that I will be taking in which these verbs are used in the continuous infinitive form, and if we are using them along with continuous infinitive, then we always have to use them in passive form and not in active form. I think this application will be more clear through examples. So the first example which I can explain, now this is the example. Now let us apply this rule in our sentence. So I say, I am supposed to be delivering the lecture on Monday. I am supposed to be delivering the lecture. Now here you can see that we are making use of continuous infinitives. What does a continuous infinitive say? That we make use of infinitive to along with my present participle. So here I am making use of continuous infinitive, but I see that here my structure is in the passive form. So here I am making use of a passive structure. Next example can be, she is considered to be living happily. When I say she is considered to be living happily, again this is my passive structure which has continuous infinitive in it. This is my continuous infinitive. So here I am making use of verbs which are used in a passive form if they are used with the continuous infinitive. So here I have made use of the word suppose, then I have said consider. Let us take the example of believe. Like I say, Rohan was believed to be performing very well. Here I am saying was believed to be performing, again my continuous infinitive in passive structure. So I hope that through examples the applications are more clear. So in this video we have talked about infinitives, then we have discussed the type of infinitive which is continuous infinitive, and furthermore we have discussed the applications of continuous infinitives along with the examples so that we can understand each of the application in a good manner so that we become fluent in this topic. So keep learning and keep practicing.